Use times tables to work out divisions involving decimals. If we wanted to know how many 8s there were in 5.6, we'd write it out as follows: 5.6 divided by 8. It looks a bit tricky compared to dealing with whole numbers, so let's first of all work out a similar sum that just uses whole numbers. If we wanted to know how many 8s there were in 56, we could write 56 divided by 8 equals, well, we want to know 56 is in the 8 times table first of all. That makes our life a lot easier. You might recognise that it is straight away, but if you're not sure, you could do a bit of working out to establish if in fact 56 is in the 8 times table. Good starting point. 10 times 8 is 80, so half of that. 5 times 8 is 40, so at least 5 8s in 56. 6 times 8 is 48. 7 times 8 is 56. That's helpful for us because we then know that 56 divided by 8 is 7. That being the case, we need to see how our decimal division is different to our whole number division. And what's happened is we've reduced the size of the 56. We've in fact reduced it by a factor of 10. We can see that by considering which columns our figures are in. The units column, for the sum we're looking at initially, we've got a 5, and in our tenths column we've got, I'll put a T there as well, that's tenths, we've got a 6, so that's 6 tenths. In the sum we did that was similar but slightly easier, we've got a 5 in our tens column, and we've got a 6 in our units column, and our 8 remains the same. So what have we done? What's the difference between 56 and 5.6? We've divided 56 by 10. Another way of writing out our division, we could write 5.6 divided by 8. So what's happened between the sum we could easily do and the sum that we're having to think a bit harder about is we've reduced the number on the top of our division by a factor of 10. We've divided through by 10. So think about it. If we're checking out how many 8s will go into a number, and the number that we're looking at is being divided by 10, our answer is going to be smaller. It's going to be smaller because less 8s go into a smaller number. And if the number we're looking at, the number we're dividing into, has been reduced by a factor of 10, our answer will also be reduced by a factor of 10. So our answer to 56 divided by 8 was 7 units. 7 divided by 10, or to make this number 10 times smaller, or some people would say it goes from the units column into the tenths column, would mean our new answer is 0.7, which is the same as 7 tenths. So 5.6 divided by 8 is 7 tenths, and we worked that out using times tables we already know and applying that to a division involving decimals.